What's up, strongest men, women, and children from blocks all around the world? I am my block's strongest man, and today we're going to continue our discussion of the biggest surprises in the Shaw Classic 2020. Ciao, homie! Welcome to My Block's Strongest Man, where we bring attention to the world of strongman and show you how you can mimic those activities using everyday objects all around your own property. If you haven't done so yet, consider subscribing and remember to hit that bell button for all notifications so you'll know whenever I provide all the valuable content every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. So without further ado, on to today's topic. So today I want to discuss two head-to-head situations in which you think are the biggest surprise. One, how much we actually got to see in the Shaw Classic as compared to World's Strongest Man, versus the fact that we had to pay to see it. So first, let's talk about how much we saw. Well, first of all, let me just say this. We saw every lift or run of every competitor in every event. It was amazing. Like, I'm so used to World's Strongest Man being so heavily edited that I was shocked and very pleased to be able to see everybody's lifts, like, and not just the head-to-head ones, even the ones that went one at a time, like the deadlift. Yeah, they cut like the dead space in between, but you got to see all the lifts. World's Strongest Man just televised on CBS Sports this evening as I record this, the third set of 2 episodes from World's Strongest Man 2020. So that would be episodes 5 and 6, I believe, of a series that's going to be like 10 or 12 episodes altogether. And it was an hour's worth, so 2 episodes, and you got to see like a couple of competitors from each of 3 events. And a lot of it was like really quick during a music montage. And I get that it's like a big TV production and the production value is wonderful, but the actual content is lacking 50 or 60% of what's actually happening. You don't actually get to see so much of what actually happens. And I don't think that's new. I mean, that's happened a lot in I was watching the 78 and 77 World's Strongest Man recently on YouTube, and same sort of situation. They show you some, but not all. And in fact, I think they showed you even a little more back then than they do now. Also, there used to be, like in loading medleys and farmers and stuff, more guys going at once, whereas this year it was never more than 2. So in terms of what the Shaw Classic showed you, like I said, every lift of every competitor in every event, it was freaking incredible. I saw every deadlift, I saw every yoke run, every farmers into the frame, every circus dumbbell, every atlas, like everything. And Brian and Carrie Shaw compressed that into 2, I don't want to say 1 hour sessions because the second one I think was an hour and a half, but like, let's call it 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 40 minutes of competition, whereas World's Strongest Man is going to have like 10 or 12 half-hour sessions, so like 5 to 6 hours to draw it all out for commercial purposes, which is probably one. I'm not a production expert by any means. Like, okay, let's say it's straight. I don't know anything about production, so these are guesses, but like probably so they can get enough commercials and advertisements in is why they had to edit it so much. But and still end up with 5 to 6 hours of television as opposed to 2.5 where you see everything. So was I surprised that the Shaw Classic was able to do it in a much more efficient way? I was, because again, like I don't know anything about TV or movie production. There are folks, other YouTubers on YouTube who have done videos recapping the Shaw Classic, and commenters in their comments have said, like, you have the wrong impression of what you were expecting, like, I'm in production and World's Strongest Man is taking a reasonable amount of time that they need to edit that much footage and whatnot. So, people that know a lot better than I do are saying, like, that timeline is reasonable and having to wait a month or 2 for it is reasonable because they have so much work they have to do to make a high-quality production. I would rather have like a slightly less than high quality production and get to see everything like I did with the Shaw Classic. So again, since I don't know anything about production, I was surprised, like very pleased, but I didn't expect it. I was pleasantly surprised to see that. Now, on to the competing topic, having to pay $8.99 to join the Shaw Elite Club for at least 1 month. You can cancel after, but for at least 1 month to be able to watch the 2020 Shaw Classic. Was that surprising to me? Not even a little bit. I've mentioned on previous videos, I'm a big boxing fan. I've dropped off a little now during COVID where there haven't been many events, but you know, I've paid $75 on multiple occasions for boxing pay-per-views. I'm sure MMA stuff is close to that same range. The Mayweather fight, I think, was $100. I split with another guy or a few guys. So $9 to watch the sport I love and see every little bit of it, where the most popular counterpart on television is not showing me half of everything, is a no-brainer. Like, I without a second thought paid $8.99 without even considering all of the other perks of the Shaw Elite Club. Like, he has monthly giveaways. He has a great supportive community on there. I actually made friends on there that I still talk to now. Like, it's amazing. And so for me, it was not a surprise at all that he would want money to show that. Never mind, like, he wanted to use it to pay the guys. Like, if Brian kept it all, I'd have no problem with that. It's only $8.99. Like, the guy's a businessman, and why begrudge somebody in business the opportunity to make business? Like, businesses are there for profit. So, you know, zero surprise to me that I had to pay $8.99. Zero surprise to me if I would have had to pay $49.99. Like, I don't understand all the uproar over the payment. I know people are saying World's Strongest Man is on TV for free. Yes, but you had to wait a long time to see it, and you don't see a lot of it. Like, it's so edited, you don't see a lot of it. So I honestly get more information communicating with the guys on Instagram than I do seeing the World's Strongest Man. On the Shaw Classic, he also showed behind-the-scenes stuff. He had interviews with the guys, with the winners. He had you know, kind of the short clips at the beginning to introduce who they all were. He showed the drawing of the numerical order, picking at the beginning. Like, it was all there. So, you know, zero complaints, zero surprise that I had to pay there. And yes, some surprise that I got to see as much as I saw, because I'm so used to and ingrained in my head from World's Strongest Man that you don't get to see everything. So that's my take on it. Much more surprised that I saw as much as I saw than the fact that I had to pay for it. Let me know in the comments below what you think. I'm sure there'll be a little controversy over this one, but no problem. And also let me know in the comments below which surprises you'd like to see compared next. I'll see you next time, and of course, until then, ciao, homie. So if you like this video and want to learn more about any of the products I described during this video, make sure to check out the links in the description below. So if you like this video and haven't done so yet, please consider subscribing using that button right there. And also stay tuned for some other videos that you might love blooping up right there. This one is the one that YouTube thinks that you will like the best, and this one is the one that I think you will like the best. As always, share this with everyone, and until next time, ciao, homie.